Hey, what's going on, my fellow people of the internet? It's Freddy Indoor Winner, and I just wanted to wish you guys a happy holidays. And I was really hoping to be able to get this video out before the holidays rush and personally Christmas. I was out for a little while for Christmas, and I was really hoping that I would be able to finish editing this video quickly. The thing is that I was really sleep deprived when I recorded these replays, and I was pretty horrible with all my commentary, and I play pretty horribly in both. But, I mean, you shouldn't really be at this channel if you expect some good gameplay anyway. But I do promise you, you will learn at least one thing about this tank by the end of the game. Play. Review thing. And I was hoping that I would be able to do something a little bit better, so now I'm back. I'm better than ever. The new year hasn't started yet, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish this video before the new year starts. And I hope you guys had a great vacation and still are, hopefully taking some time off of work or school or whatever. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy. So, the Swedish Tank Destroyer line is just released. But you look at the stats on them and you see that they have almost completely no armor, and you're not really that impressed, so you decide not to go up it. But then, you play a couple tier 10 games in your IS-7 or T-62A, and you realize that there is absolutely no way to penetrate them from the front. So you decide, maybe it's about time I go up this line. Then you start the grind, and you make it to tier 7, and you get really excited because you can see how well sloped the tier 7 is, and you can only imagine the amount of ricochets you will take. And then just Artie completely ruins your day. And that is about the tone that we will be taking for this episode, because this is pretty much the best and or worst tier 7 tank destroyer in the entire game. Now, I'm not saying that I think the IKV-90B is not a good tank. I mean, it is a lot of fun to play. It's got a good gun, it's got amazing mobility, and it's got really, really great camo. The only thing is that it's just not very special. The Swedish Tank Destroyer line is well known for a brand new mechanic. Well, it was brand new when they put in the line in it. To this day is the only line that has this mechanic. Siege mode, which pretty much allows you to go into a sniper mode, which limits your mobility, but it greatly increases your accuracy, your aim time, and your DPM. I'm pretty sure it still increases your DPM. Anyway, so this new mechanic was a really, really great advantage, and everyone was really, really excited about it. And also, the UDES 03, who gets the siege mode, does not actually have this, but the Stridsvagn 103O and the Stridsvagn 103B, I hope that's what the tier 10 is, they both have really, really great sloping, which allows them to bounce shots because of how amazingly angled the front of their vehicle is. However, this IKV-90B is the tier 7 right before the UDES, which gets none of that. It's not special in any way at all. It's literally just a tank destroyer with terrible armor, a pretty okay gun, awesome gun depression, but it is everyone's favorite target besides artillery. And artillery, in particular, just loves one-shotting me in this thing. Doesn't that just get you excited? And now, without further ado, let's get right into the IKV-90B gameplay review. Alright guys, we're here with the first game, and we are here on, what, Fiery Salient? Yeah, Fiery Salient. So many map names, it's great. So we're here on Fiery Salient, and I've made my way into this sneaky little bush location here, and this tank is so low profile that if I'm able to get into this location, then I should be able to put effective fire into the enemies on the hill without actually having to get spotted by the guys that are on the opposite side of the ridge. Now I put one shot into the T20, and I warn you guys now, this tank is... There's no other way to play this tank besides camping the back of the map, because as you will see later, as soon as you start pushing it, you will die very, very quickly. So the best thing to do is just to sit in the back of the map, because that's the only way you're actually going to have a successful game in any way, shape, or form. So, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm sitting in the back of the map, my binos and camo net are activated, I've got a camo crew, I don't have 6th Sense. on this tank. And the reason I don't have 6th Sense on this tank, well, first of all, because I haven't, you know, gotten the full crew skill yet, but another reason is because I feel like I already have a built-in 6th Sense in this thing, because by the time a regular 6th Sense will have gone off, even without 6th Sense, you'll know you're spotted because people will have started to shoot it at you. Because everyone loves to shoot at these things, because it has, what, 14 millimeters of armor? Yeah, if you look on it at tanks.gg, if you look at the 3D armor model, it's literally just all complete paper for armor. It's really not armored at all. And now I'm just going to speed it up because this replay isn't very exciting. I pretty much just put some side shots into these guys. Got an OI out in the open, take him out. And every once in a while, people on the hill are getting spotted. I'm up to 1,136 damage. Putting more shots in. Tiger P. Putting more shots. I'm keeping an eye out just to make sure that the Emil 1 and the Thunderbolt won't have a line of fire on me. Put more shots into the Tiger P. I'm up to 2,000 damage. Missed the last shot. I put another shot into the Charioteer. Nope, it misses actually. I don't put a shot into the Charioteer. Wait for Binos to activate again. Still haven't spotted anything. Take a blind shot. Reposition. Charioteer spotted again. He gets hit. And any second now. And a blind kill. Hooray. So, I've taken out the Charioteer. I'm up to 2 kills. I'm up to 2,000 damage. And now, here we go. Now, at this point, I'm on full health, which is 800, which is actually the lowest hit points of any Tier 7 tank destroyer. I'm at full health, 800 hit points. I haven't been spotted the entire game. I'm up to 2,000 damage. And 2 kills. Now, I've been having a pretty decent game, but this is when I start to play absolutely horribly, and I play every single thing wrong. Right now, I'm looking over this rock here, and I'm seeing that the Emil's not aiming my way. So I go around, and I put some shots into this Emil. However, now, I could have gotten away with this. However, the Emil knows that I'm here now. And I make the mistake of staying here. I'm never going to pen that shot. I still stay, take a hit from the Emil, and only now do I start falling back. I even loaded a high explosive shell here, just to see if I would be able to splash over that Emil's turret. I should not be pushing right now. I should be letting everybody else in the team be pushing. I didn't put another shot in. I take another hit from the Emil. And now, I'm about to make the biggest mistake you could ever make in this thing. This tank. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I'm going to go out into the open. I'm going to actually push forwards, which is the worst possible thing you could ever do. Because as soon as you push forwards, I'm spotted for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As soon as you get spotted, and as soon as you move forward, even if you do have the rest of the team moving forward with you, you will die. Every single time. There's absolutely no way you will ever be able to push in this thing out into the open when there are enemy vehicles still alive and not get shot at. Now for the second and final game of this gameplay review, and yes, this is going to be a very short gameplay review, and the main reason of that is because I'm absolutely horrible in this tank, and I could not, no matter what I did, well, yeah, pretty much no matter what I did, get a good game in this thing. I broke 3,000 a couple times, and that is when I got my ace tanker in this thing. But the unfortunate thing is that that was the best I could get. I couldn't really do anything better than that, and those games were very, very boring. I just sat in the back of the map and sniped, and that's what you should do in this tank. But it's not that entertaining when you're just sitting in one location and firing at enemies that the rest of the team spots for you. So instead, I'm going to have a little bit campy, because it has to be campy for it to be a decent replay, but a little bit active as well. Now, I have XVM installed, which allows me to see the basic stats of my team and the enemy team. So I see that they have very good T265 Patriot and 2 Type 59s in a platoon on the enemy team. So I decide to try to counter the medium tanks. Now, their T265 is spotted. He's going to be pushing very, very aggressively along that flank, which means I'm going to be able to get some nice shots into him. Now, when I saved this replay, I titled it Countering the Enemy. And that is because I was able to read the enemy team list during the first 30 seconds of the game. I was able to see what the biggest threat of the enemy team was going to be. In this case, they're heavy tanks and medium tanks. And I moved to the side of the map so I would best be able to counter that threat. So I put 2 shots so far into this Patriot. Now he's far enough forwards. And I get a little bit afraid that he was going to spot me there, so I decide to pull back. And I definitely was spotted, because as soon as I go around here... as soon as I go around here, he starts aiming at me, and he puts a shot into me. And there you go. There's my 6th sense. As soon as I get spotted, I get shot at, so I know I'm spotted. I also get hit by the Type 59, and just like that, I'm almost dead. I've got about 1/3 of my health left, and it's been about 2.5 minutes. And at this point, I was a little bit upset, but I was looking at the team scores, and we were winning 4-1, which is very surprising for me. And I was very, very happy with that so far. But I assure you, it will change very, very quickly. Now, one of their Type 59s was spotted on this flank, which means that most likely their other Type 59 will be on this flank as well. I'm waiting for this MT-25 to spot for me. Alright. Type 59 is spotted again. I put 2 shots into him. First one bounces, the second one goes into his tracks, destroys them, and goes into his hole, doing just more damage. Put another shot in. Of course, it goes absolutely nowhere, because this gun is super accurate. And now I wiggle around a little bit, trying to find a shot, take another shot, it misses. See a shot on the Type 59, a bit too late. Now, both Type 59s are on this flank, along with their T-34-100, so the biggest threat of their team is on this flank. So I was really hoping that as long as I held these guys off, the rest of the team, the KV-2, the OI, and the Dicker Max, would at least be able to push a little bit through the other flank, or the Super Pershing in the middle would be able to push through a little bit, but we've lost one of our Tier 8 medium tanks. We're going to lose a couple more. They're pulling back the scores. We're only winning by 1 now. It's 4-3. Oh, no. 5-4. Oh, wait. Yeah, 5-4. Still winning by 1. Never mind, 5-5. Now, I realize that the Type 59s are unspotted. Nope. Well, actually, they both get spotted, but they're heading around to the other side of the map. So, in my true countering the enemy spirit, because I have XVM and I'm just going to XVM snipe them, which most people complain about because it's really annoying. Thank God my stats are bad enough so that I don't have to worry about that. Mwahaha. Totally planned. So, I move over to the other flank, thinking that they were going to push the other flank, and turns out I was right. One of their Type 59s is spotted. Now, I realize that this isn't a very good position to be able to counter them, so I move a little bit lower. I get into a dip, and now dips are very, very nice for this tank because it means that you can expose as little as possible because of your low profile, and the gun is so high up on the tank, you can expose as little as possible of your tank to the enemy while still being able to shoot them, especially with, what, 12, 14 degrees of gun depression? So I position myself with my camo net and binos activated. Type 59 is spotted. I don't fire yet until I have a good shot. I say as I just fire into the middle of nowhere, and I don't have enough gun depression, so I move forward, but unfortunately that deactivates my camo net, which means I am spotted, and I can tell that because how he aims his gun at me. So if you're in sniper mode and you see an enemy aiming your gun at you, try to pull back, because it's better safe than sorry, even if he doesn't have you spotted. Repositioning is definitely safe, unless you are completely sure that you are not spotted and he's just aiming at the tracer where you were last spotted. Now these guys are last spotted falling back again, and I figure that they're probably not going to push out in front of me again. So I decide to switch flanks once again and try to counter them from the other side again. I make my way over. I try to tell the IKV on my team that was with us. I put 1 shot into the Jackson. Our artillery actually takes out the Jackson. The ×2 speed is going a little bit too quickly for me to commentate. Now, at this point, I was really hoping that we would still be able to win this game. We're only losing 9-11. And the Type 59 is spotted, unfortunately. Oh, I do have a shot, but he takes... Oh, I'm surprised that hit, actually. I didn't aim it fully. I see a Scorpion on full health that's going after the OI. I'm really hoping that this Type 59 is going to poke out again, but he knows I'm here now. He's not going to do that. And now the other Type 59 on this flank spotted me. And I can't get a shot on him. I do. I see the outline. I take the shot. It misses. And now it's just me versus 5 enemies. And I don't really have the armor. I don't have the speed. I don't have the right tank to be able to actually have a chance here. They're mostly on full health. The Type 59s aren't... Neither of them are one-shots for me. I don't have a chance. I pull back. I try to spot the other Type 59 as he advances towards me. I don't get a spot. I know that the other Type 59s, it's only a matter of time until one of them gets me. So I decide to try to get one more shot of damage in. I aim, it misses of course, and I get taken out by the Scorpion. And to balance out that win I had before, there's a defeat. And there's the fastest gameplay review I could get because I absolutely despise this tank. Mostly because I love playing aggressively. I'm an aggressive playstyle player. And tank destroyers, I usually play my tank destroyers quite aggressively. Like the ISU-152, absolutely hilarious to play at point blank range. However, tanks in this line, you can't do that. There's no way to succeed in playing at close range. If you're in other tank destroyers, maybe. With this thing, the accuracy is not really good enough to make up for that. In the Udes and the Sturzwagens, playing at the back is a lot easier because you have the siege mode, which allows you to get really accurate and high DPM and great gun and all that stuff. But for this one, it's not special at all because it's a horrible, horrible tier 7 tank destroyer. And if you don't have to grind through it, then don't get it because it's so bad in every way. Unless you are a sniper. But if you aren't a sniper, then just don't get it. It's bad. And with that, Happy New Year! The next gameplay review I'm trying to get up is the Maushan. I'm also going to try to get up one more quick guide for the World of Tanks series. I can't remember exactly what my next one is. I think it's Battle Types is the one I'm working on right now. So I hope to get that released eventually. Of course, the quick guides take a lot more editing than any of these gameplay reviews do, even though I put a lot of editing into both of them. And I've been commentating over this dead tank probably more than I have for the rest of the replays, so I will leave you guys alone. I hope you guys enjoyed, which is unlikely because I did not take this seriously at all. If you did, leave a like down below. If you didn't, leave a like down below. If you absolutely hated it, share it with your friends so you can torture them to go through the trouble of watching this video because they think it's actually important because you told them to. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have a great New Year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas, holiday, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa break. And yeah, see you guys later.